Well, let's catch you up with a live report from inside the court. Our reporter Linda Mnisi standing by for us. Of course, he's been in court for us since the start of all of this. Linda, good afternoon to you. Malasela Tefo really is having a tough time in this trial, but I suppose you could say so is Thabo Mosia.
Absolutely, Stephen. You would have heard today him getting through the evidence that, he arrived to at the Vosloorus, at the Kelly Khumalo house, in fact, the Khumalo house in Vosloorus, I beg your pardon, answering to some tough questions around the evidence that was already there when, he arrived just now, shortly before we adjourned. We heard him answering questions around the statements that some of the witnesses made, talking, Stephen, about, how they arrived at the scene post the shooting. This one witness details how she arrived to a closed door when she got into that house, and immediately when they entered, because they wanted to see what had happened, they had heard that someone had been shot in that house. And when they arrived, Stephen, inside that particular house, there was, of course, water on the floor, and she says she was quite surprised that in fact there was water on the floor. Then this name, you would remember it coming out last week, Megi Phiri, then starting to gather and pick up the cans of alcohol that were on the floor. And when she was asked why she's picking up these cans of alcohol, she says she wanted to make sure that police did not know that the people who were in the house had been drinking alcohol. Another witness corroborates with that statement, saying that in fact she heard her mom asking Phiri why she was picking up the alcohol because the police had not yet arrived. She says that, she heard that she wanted to make sure that the police did not find out that the people who were in the house were in fact consuming alcohol. This, of course, is the defense's way of displaying that by the time Mosia arrived, there had already been attempts to clean the scene, and Mosia saying that, well, he understands that that could have possibly happened, Stephen.
It seems, Linda, we're getting a sort of more and more information about what was happening at the time. I mean, claims around alcohol. It's possibly going to make it harder to know what really happened. I mean, we're going to find witness testimony as this goes on, is going to be questioned very, very thoroughly.
Absolutely, and I guess then what is important is perhaps for the people that were inside that house to answer those kinds of questions in terms of what exactly happened. Whether or not they'll be called to the stand, we don't know. We understand at this moment that Kelly Khumalo could be coming to the court to kind of detail, her version of events. So it seems with the people that were inside that house, those are the people that particularly would be able to describe, Stephen, what exactly happened. But you also listen to the kind of evidence that we've just heard in court in terms of, whether or not Sergeant Mosia investigated the car that Senzo Meyiwa was taken to hospital with, and he says he did not investigate the car. He did not know whether there were blood spatters in the car because he just did not do the investigation inside the house. He also says that, there were no blood stains on the floor, but there were blood spatters on the tiled wall. There were also blood stains between the couch as well as the TV stand. And basically, like I said earlier on, the defense here trying to say that this could have, been planted, or it's evidence that was cleaned in the house.
Linda Mnisi, thank you very much indeed. I do appreciate it. Okay, that's a live update for you on the situation at the Senzo Meyiwa murder trial. More, of course, to come from there through the day. Court back in session tomorrow, and the defense advocate for the fifth accused confirming that she'll pick up on that point around the use of alcohol at the scene just before Meyiwa was killed. Well,